a champion hammer thrower. Apparently,
a what?
A hammer thrower. You know the guys at the hammer throw thing, the Olympic and.
Is it like pounding salt? Sorry.
Well, this guy, he decided he won a gold medal. Okay, this was World Athletics Championship. He won the gold medal for hammer throwing. He got so drunk celebrating this that when he took his taxi home, he didn't have any cash on him, so he paid the taxi driver with his gold medal.
Oh, no.
Now, he woke up in Beijing the morning after and realized he didn't have his gold medal. And so this 26-year-old Polaka, this guy from Poland, who was actually the youngest offending gold medalist this year, immediately contacted police to report the loss. And good on the police. They actually reached out, found the taxi driver, coerced the taxi driver to give him back his gold medal.
Oh, wow.
And then he settled up with him.
How many Polacks does it take to lose their gold medal in a taxi cab? Oh, we could go all day on that one.
You guys have any crazy taxi cab stories?
No, not really.
I do.
Go for it.
This isn't like a crazy story, but I got booked to DJ in Vermont. By some of the guys up there I had, been talking to here and there about doing stuff. I literally went and up with a bag of records, probably like 15 records one time. And I was like, hey, you guys mind if I throw a few records down? And they're like, oh, yeah, go ahead. And I brought my dirtiest of dirty, like really hard drum and bass. And, man, I dropped the hammer, dude. And everybody was like, what? And they invited me to this after party in this really dodgy, half electrically condemned, like super frat house. You know, the ones with like 5 stories up north. And they even had one of those widow's watches where you climb up this ladder and you go into the top and you could overlook about 80 miles of the lake.
Oh, wow.
And there was things abound at every floor. And there was this little tiny hallway I had to shimmy up, and I went to the 3rd floor to find a bathroom. It was all sketchy, but the cab thing worked out with. I had a big
I was wondering where you were going.
Hold on. The story works out cool because I had photos of that whole night when I actually got booked to return to Vermont. I'm talking a party. There was 780-something people there.
Wow. It's a
I
big
DJ'd
party.
in front of a huge crowd, and I was a big hit. Everything was awesome. And then my dumbass girlfriend, who was she was 20 at the time, when we went up there, she got caught drinking in there. I told her, don't drink. Just don't drink. We'll arrange for something later. Her dumbass drank, and she got put outside. So we ended up having to leave, after that. So I had a camera full of all the photos from the night, and her ass forgot it on the seat, and we could not find a cab driver afterwards.
That's
brutal. I had probably 150 photos, just awesome, cool stuff.
Is that all you lost, though, at least?
Yeah, but it kind of sucks, man. We couldn't find the cab driver or anything.
My cousin, I don't have a story, but this was a story of my cousin. He went up to Chicago, and while they were there, they having a good time. Got in the taxi to go. I think it was either the night before or the morning before the flight, and he left his wallet in the seat of the taxi. Got to the airport, didn't have his ID, didn't have anything on him.
Ugh.
Luckily, they were able to accept it. They let him call his work here, and his work actually had a photocopy of his driver's license. So they let him use that to board the plane. He got home, and he had called the hotel. He'd called everybody trying to find it. And he got home, and about 3 days later, he got a phone call from the hotel that the cab driver had brought the wallet back and turned it back in. They asked for his address, and they overnighted it to him. He got the wallet back with $300 cash in it that he had.
Wow.
So the cab driver didn't even take the cash, brought everything back. And the cab driver, of course, didn't leave his name or anything, so my cousin couldn't get a hold of him. He said, I hope I find that guy one day because I'm going to pay him back for that.
Yeah, that's an awesome story to hear. So many times you hear the opposite type of stuff. I remember being in New York with my ex-wife, and in Central Park, you have all those vendors over there in Central Park, and she loved the Beatles, right? And we were in the Strawberry Fields area of Central Park. There was this picture that she wanted so bad that one of the vendors had, and for 2 or 3 days, she kept vacillating about whether she was going to buy this thing or not.
Vacillating,
so
well done.
It's our last day there. We're getting ready to leave. And this was the day before, no, it was second to last day, and this was the day before the big TSA strike that they had there. The Transit Authority strike that they had many years ago. And I convinced her. I'm like, look, just buy the thing. Don't worry about what you're only going to be here. How often are you going to be here? Buy the damn thing. Enjoy your money. So she buys this thing. We put it in the trunk. We get dropped off at the hotel, and the guy takes off before she can even go to the trunk and pull it out of the trunk.
Oh,
That's like an Italian thing. Like my ex-girlfriend's folks, and then we're in Italy, and then the cab driver, literally, they got out, and the cab driver just took off. Luggage and everything.
oh. They hold it hostage?
No, but
Oh,
the guy
that's good.
got arrested.
Oh, wow.
They actually had the
Good,
number.
good.
There's big numbers on the back of the taxis, and they got the number.
Yeah.
By the
Good.
way, something I learned in Italy the very first day I was in Rome, they
When
will
in
try
Rome.
to run you over. And when you're walking across the street, they'll speed up. If you're trying to walk across the street and it's not at a light, they will speed up. Now, it's not that intimidating because they're usually little Fiats and smart cars, but it's still going to hurt.
You just put your hand out?
But I almost got run over literally within 2 hours of being there.
Wow.
Now, I may have been a little bit drunk and,
Maybe a little bit.
and a little bit pilled out because I don't fly well.
You don't fly well, really?
No, that was
Oh, isn't that? I think you told me a story about when you flew with your in-laws' family and everything, and you got just absolutely
yeah,
wasted.
that was that day.
Oh, okay.
That was when I threw the sandwich down the aisle at Air France because they gave me a sandwich with mayonnaise. So I threw it down the aisle of the airplane.
You see, he was angry. That's why he never talks about hockey anymore, because he was too freaking angry. Jesus.
Well, guys, we're running low on time here. Let's jump into the badass.
It's a badass of the week. Badass of the week. Yeah. All right. Here we go.
I couldn't even keep. I actually was gonna try, and I was like,
You said we were running late on time, so I figured I'd go with the super fast version of badass of the week.
That was like when you take a 33 record, you play it on 45.
Caleb's eyes got really big. He's like, what do I do?
I was gonna try to chime in. I just couldn't keep up with that one.
All right. Badass of the week.
Badass of the week, yeah. There you go.
Badass of the week comes from Magia. It's my best guess. Magia, Switzerland. Cliff diving daredevil in Switzerland set a new world record. Like, you remember those people that jump? Oh, thank you. You jump from the top of the Sunshine Skyway Bridge, which is 180 feet, and your curtains.
Yeah.
Your curtains. This guy did a 193-foot leap from the top of Cascata del Salto waterfall. That was my
Wow.
best
How
guess.
deep-
Didn't
and-
sound anything.
Like free dive, no shoot, nothing. Just
No, he jumped. He reached a speed of 76.4 miles an hour.
Wow.
Hitting that water.
how
And
deep
there's-
was the water? Did it say?
Does not say in
That's
this
crazy.
one here. But there's a video. There is a video of it, but it doesn't say how. I mean, obviously, 100 and something feet, you're gonna have to slow yourself down a bit. But
Yeah.
What kind of
where's Sancho, dude? He would love to talk.
Oh, well,
about this.
I got to track him down because I want to talk to him about this when we do find him because he was a cliff diver. But it's what kind of form do you guys think you got to have? I mean, when you're diving like that, I imagine there's got to be some kind of technique, right?
You would think, yeah.
Yeah, but you have to have shoes on. You got to have shoes on. I mean, he jumped as high as the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Wow.
Wow.
Like, that's pretty much jumping off the top of the Leaning Tower of Pisa. He had a rope attached to him, but it was more of just if you're drowning, we're going to pull you
How
up
far is
rope.
it? 193 feet?
193 feet.
That's about half of most of the buildings in downtown Tampa. Most of them are around 400 to 500 feet. So that's
He literally, they showed the Leaning Tower of Pisa as high. It's about 190.
Did you watch the video?
I'm watching it right now.
Does it have any good audio? We can play it.
It goes on for like 2 minutes and 15
okay.
seconds. I don't think.
Well, we're running up
Well,
against
I'll
him.
post it. I'll post it on our Twitter page, guys. The at Cranial E. Make sure you check that out. I am posting it as Westback,
There we go.
as the French would say.
Interactive social media with the Cranial Mission Show. We've actually
We're trying to step up our game here.
We have. It's funny. That was the exact expression I was going to use. We've actually done that over the years, and so here's to you, Swiss dude that dove 193 feet, the badass of the week today. Craniacs, stay with us. We're going to jump to a commercial break. When we get back, I'm hoping to track down Sancho. I want to get his take on this. And we've got some other stories to get into, too. Firefighters rescued a 910-pound woman.
That's a huge bitch.
Yeah. I mean, I've got some
I
opinions.
was thinking that same thing.
I've
I'm
got
glad
some
you said
strong
that.
opinions on this, and none of them are pleasant or nice. So all you guys
Sounds
stay
good.
with us. We'll be right back after this.
Tough economy got you down. Are your money problems causing you marital issues? Unable to hide money spent at today's gentleman's club? Well, you don't have to be a gentleman to come to Gyration. Gyrations. Gyrations dancers work on a barter system. We only hire single mothers whose homes are in utter disrepair. So if you're blue collar and you have a viable skill, labor leads to lap dances and maybe more at Gyrations. Gyrations.
My plumbing is all fouled up, and I need somebody to work my posthole diggers.
Do you want VIP treatment without sacrificing your kids' education? Well, don't take your tool belt off. Work yourself a deal at Gyration. Gyrations.
Models are all over the age of 18 except where identification is not present.
Are you tired of riding public transportation and bumming rides from friends? Let Wang & Wanda School of Driving get you off the bus and behind the wheel. Wang & Wanda will help you get your license with one easy lesson. Our instructors are as good as it gets when it comes to operating a motor vehicle. Wang has years of experience from driving in the most populated areas in the world. And Wanda's defensive driving skills are second to none with her lifelong experience of driving in the hood. Take a listen at these two in action.
Okay, roll your speed. Turn your brake on and take a left at the right.
Which is it? Left, right?
I said right at right. Off for the rubber guard. Pull over. Let me drive.
Safety always comes first with Wang & Wanda.
Okay, honey, just get in the left lane. Let's keep it at 40 now.
Speed limit's like 65.
Don't you sass me, white boy. I got no insurance on this car. I say drive the car 40, you drive the goddamn car 40. Flick that son bitch off.
Wang & Wanda will teach you their special techniques, including wide right turns, rolling stops, driving and texting, sudden merging, and getting your lean on. You'll also master disrupting four-way stops, driving slow in the fast lane, not using your blinkers, and a full array of vulgar hand signs. Visit Wang & Wanda's driving school online to get started today.
Now I know there's some bitches out there with some nappy-ass talents that need to go get their nails did. At Niecy's Beauty Crib, we'll get your nails right and your hair tight. You want a fake plastic diamond in your nail? Well then, girl, you're gonna get a fake plastic diamond in your nail. Honey, you still walk around with that busted ass weave? And Niecy's, we fit your hair up like you wouldn't believe. Bitch, you still scaring birds with those nasty pig feet. Don't worry about your budget. At Niecy's, our prices can't be beat. Maybe ugly now, but we'll get you pretty. Come down to Niecy's on 4th Street, down in Nebo City.
Financing's available, baby, regardless of your credit. It's Dickie V, baby! And are you kidding me? 3 Street guys, they're not type of dandies, baby!
Welcome back, folks, to the Cranial Mission Show, broadcasting live once again from ESB Brewing here in Tampa, Florida, 333 North Falkenberg Road, Suite D.
Ooh, Sweet D.
407. Ben Charles, Miguel Hito, the C Squared, Caleb Crispy, or as the Japanese call him, Sweet Caleb. All hanging out here before you, the Triumvirate, doing another radio show for you here on Spreaker.com. Go to cranialmissions.com and check our site out there, by the way. Very cool site. If you want to call in, you can do it. 813-438-6068. And we're going to talk about this diving thing, the cliff diving thing. I did see Sancho. Can someone, I think he's, bring him through the door over here.
Sancho! Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Chilling?
You're running a little late. Usually you're here. Sancho Sanchez, our producer.
We don't not a producer anymore, so I just hang out.
Yeah, he just hangs out, gets a little buzz going on. But Sancho, we were talking for the Badass of the Week about this cliff diver. Now,
Oh, cliff diving.
you've got a storied past, my friend. I mean, you were a goat jockey.
Yeah.
You apparently were a doctor at one point. We just found that out recently.
Who told you that?
You did when you were drunk.
No.
So-
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, maybe you were just talking out your ass, I guess.
Anyways, cliff diving. Cliff diving, my record is 181 feet with shoes on.
With shoes on?
Yeah, and I had a banana hammock. A banana hammock? Banana hammock, yeah.
I don't even want to know.
Does that help with the speed? Is it more aerodynamic?
No, you have to go in holding your ball.
Well, it probably tucks him up and protects him a little bit better, maybe.
Because when you hit the water, you put your feet flat, and it makes a hole for you to fall in it safely.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Now,
Just so you know.
What made you decide to get into the cliff diving thing? I mean, were you compensated at all for this? Or was
I was looking over the edge, and somebody pushed me off, and it wasn't scared. It was about 98 feet.
98 feet?
That's when I got pushed off a cliff.
Oh.
But but you know what, Mom? I survived, you bitch. Whoa,
Mom.
It's my mom pushed me off a cliff.
Aw.
So, Senora Sanchez pushed you off?
Yeah, she's a jerk. I was just a little baby of the family, and she decided to get rid of me, and it didn't work. It was like an abortion, like 20 years later.
What? Wow. Wow.
And how
What do we say
lucky
to
are
that?
we?